Whenever you watch a Disney movie, of course you can just enjoy it for what it is, but I think there are also other times I like to believe there is something larger going on. In my previous video, I proved there are connections pouring through the lengthy list of Disney films through references and Easter eggs, but I'm not done yet. Hello, I'm Isaac from Wotso videos, where we discuss fun topics for fun people, and today in my 100th video on YouTube, I'm going to explain the timeline of all of the Disney films when they are combined. I don't think they are just linked together, I think there is an underlying story. This is the Disney theory. There are so many stories told in Disney animated movies, so how can a person even begin to put them in chronological order? Most films must be placed in order by their historical references. Brother Bear, for example, possessed woolly mammoths whose population significantly declined around 8000 BCE. Since this ancient species was seen frequently in Brother Bear, this suggests Brother Bear is one of the earliest settings in a Disney film. Other historically placed films include Hercules, who must have taken place during the reign of the Greek Empire, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, whose novel depicts the story taking place in 1492, and Pocahontas, which takes place in 1607 because that is the year John Smith arrived to the Americas. In addition, Lilo and Stitch and Meet the Robinsons follow the second type of ordering. They possess architecture and modern amenities similar to when their movies were produced, so we can assume they take place the same year they were created. Films like The Lion King and Bambi, on the other hand, don't really have a specific time period they are related to, so in this case, we also assume their year of production coincides with the movie's time period. Aish, from Disney's New Groove, continued these methods to establish an ordering for all Disney animated films. The dates are important if you are curious when a movie is meant to take place and helps establish what the order should be, but once they are chronologically laid out, I began to focus on dates less and transition to identify the trends over these vast time periods. There is one problem though. Why do some films feature a world filled with anthropomorphic animals in fully functional civilizations and others with animals as simple sidekicks or pets? Robin Hood, Chicken Little, and Zootopia are impossible to place in a timeline at a first glance. Some have said these films exist in a parallel universe to the rest of the Disney world, but I refuse to believe they all can't inhabit one world. To identify when these animal-based films must take place, we have to look at the animals in the movies over time. In Brother Bear, the first film in the Disney timeline, humans are seen to have conflict with animals. Humans understand their fate is linked with the animals and the nature around them, but they are extremely separated and fearful of one another. Over time, man and animals begin to befriend one another, seen in Moana when Moana befriends Heihei, her chicken, but he was extremely unintelligent. When Aladdin teams up with Abu and Jasmine consoles in her tiger Raja, they have a sense of compassion and concern for one another, and in Snow White, she is assisted by the animals in the forest. Pocahontas has Miko, Rapunzel has Pascal, Kristoff has Sven, and Cinderella has Gus, Jacques, Mary, Susie, Bert, and Mert. Humans are learning animals may not just be fun companions or pets, but they also can be resourceful and intelligent. Obviously, some creatures were resistant towards this movement of cohabitation seen through the vicious wolves in Beauty and the Beast and Frozen, and the shark in The Little Mermaid. But these predators could not stop the integration of animals into people's lives. When Kala sees Tarzan as a child, she goes against the hierarchy of the gorillas and decides to raise him as her own. This occurs again in the Jungle Book when Bagheera and the wolves raise Mowgli, showing animals have gained a longing to help mankind and the intelligence to raise another species. Furthermore, pets enjoy the appreciation they receive from their human counterparts and will do anything to return to them, seen in Aristocats, Lady and the Tramp, Bolt, and 101 Dalmatians. Some animals even begin to adapt to human culture and wear clothes, like in The Great Mouse Detective, Meet the Robinsons, and The Rescuers. Species have become clever enough to organize to rescue humans and even establish their own monarchy. It seemed the longer mankind had to evolve and develop their technology, animals would continue to prosper as well. But in Big Hero 6 and Treasure Planet, the films where animals should be practically members of their societies, there are no animals to be seen. What happened? There was an obvious trend of animals becoming extremely intelligent and moving closer to their human counterparts. But there was another trend. The transition from magic to technology. One of the earliest films on the Disney timeline is The Sinking of Atlantis, and this is the warning to future humans. The spiritual and magical crystals of Atlantis powered their technology and propelled their civilization faster than any other, but they became arrogant. When natural disaster struck, it was not their technology which saved them, it was the heart of Atlantis. The magic behind the citizens and their luxuries and the sacrifice by their queen was what protected them for thousands of years. In Brother Bear, the native people had a deep connection to the environment around them. In the early films in the Disney timeline, There were magical creatures, fairies, genies, potions, and magical powers, but eventually people moved away from those means. Jafar and Maleficent's powerful dark magic was replaced by guns and machines. Only a few people could use magic, but anyone could use this new technology. People did not want to have faith in something they could not touch or see, so they transitioned away from magic and instead industrialized the world. Technology became a larger and larger portion of individuals' lives, and although most people agreed animals were beneficial, they always chose their luxurious gizmos over them. While there are still some pets, the world looks polluted and left with little room for wild animals. Further in the future exists the film Treasure Planet, and maybe some of the creatures in the movie evolved from the animals on the main Disney planet, but most I believe are from other worlds. Earth was mostly a deserted wasteland with occasional small towns. Most people had left for other worlds or to live in space. This planet held nothing for any species except the animals who were abandoned. The now brilliant animals began to expand and roam the world without the need for human companionship. To resurrect the world, Mickey Mouse and his master Yen Sid go back to the magical roots of the past to manipulate the ecosystems and bring water to the desolate planet once again. Donald Duck creates an ark to save the animals from the powerful flooding of the planet, and a sprite is awoken to allow the planet to flourish once again. Now that the planet is inhabitable, animals begin to form complex societies and create cultures. Aliens still occasionally visit Earth, seen in Chicken Little, and there's still a rift between the predators who fought against human influence and the prey. But otherwise, the animals mold society in their own vision. Although the only reason their world was still fully inhabitable was because of magic, we see the animals quickly disregard its influence and they industrialize the world just like the humans before them. If you'd like to continue to theorize on Disney movies, then I'll leave the links to a bunch of Disney classics, my videos on how the Disney universe was created and how I know the Disney films are connected, and the resources I used in the description of this video. So now it's time for your thoughts. Do you agree with my theory? And do you think the animals in Zootopia will destroy the world again? Let me know in the comments section, along with any other ideas you have for future Discovering Disney episodes. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more like it, then remember to subscribe to Wotso videos and click the bell if you'd like to be notified when I post. Thanks for watching and have a magical day.